Video. We are here for Season 2, Episode number 11 of our Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series NASCAR Heat 2 Championship. And today, we're kind of getting close to the playoffs. We're getting ready. And we wrap up 2017 with our NASCAR series today and tomorrow. So, you guys don't know why this video is going up on Friday. It's because there's a lot of stuff happening Saturday and Sunday on the channel, and I couldn't get both videos in on Sunday. So I had to push everything way forward, and this year's now on a Friday, and the next episode will be up the very last video on Saturday. So a quick look at the schedule, what you can expect over those two videos. We take on Pocono, Watkins Glen, Michigan, and Bristol. Now a quick look at the standings. We have 13 wins and 90 playoff points. Martin Truex, Chase Elliott, Daniel Suarez, Ricky Stenhouse, and Eric Almirola all have 1 win and 5 playoff points, and Joe Logano has 1 win and 7 playoff points. Also with playoff points, Kyle Busch, Brad Keselowski, Kyle Larson, Jimmy Johnson, Denny Hamlin, Ryan Newman, and Paul Menard of the drivers who are in the playoffs, but they're not locked in, of course. So currently there's only 7 drivers that are locked in. Now we take a quick look at our other driver here who we know has got a win. Let's see where he is down in the points. Timmy Hill is 36 with 102 points. So he needs to get 263 to make the playoffs right now. So he needs a lot of points to get to where he's at. Another thing real quick before we continue. Put your attention to where the paint scheme of our car is. They have added in a lot more paint schemes into the game for Kevin Harvick in a patch. For a lot of the playoff ones, just because if they had beer on them, they put them in the game. And also the Jimmy John's ones that are here, you notice say Busch on the side of them. But the regular one right here does not. So that's something they added in as well. So again, all the beer sponsors have that on them. So it's pretty cool. I know there's another Kevin Harvick one coming out in the December patch, but I know this is a playoff car, but I really want to drive it. Okay, guys, so I qualified in 25th. Not my best qualifying performance, if I'm honest. I don't really know what happened during qualifying. Just things didn't go that well. Now, if you guys are wondering, you said you're using the playoff cars during the playoffs, so why are you using it now? I mentioned this scheme a couple of videos ago. The Busch non-alcoholic car. And I said, is it going to be in the game? Is it going to be a DLC car? Or is it going to be added in the game because it's still a beer product? Does it not come out with a DLC? Does it only for certain people to have? And my answer, the question was answered when I checked the game yesterday when I was recording the other series for the channel. And I knew there was a patch that it came out, because I'd seen on my system said NASCAR Heat Update Patch 1.6 or something. Or 1.06, whatever the patch is called. Whatever number. And I'm like, alright. I know there's a December DLC coming out. Actually came out the day I'm recording this. So, came out the 21st. So, I knew that there was a DLC coming out at the time that I checked it. And I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised if they put more of the beer cars in there. I didn't check Brad Keselowski, but I'm sure there's more Brad Keselowski cars as well, which I may actually check in between races. I wanted to put the one from his Talladega car that he won with. That was the Dale Jr. tribute car, whatever he had it be called. But you know what I'm talking about. So I want to see if that car's in here, but I just wanted to see if this car was in the game, and I didn't. I'm like, oh shit, it's here, lit. Because I just mentioned, I don't know, I decided I wanted to drive it, maybe. But I thought it was kind of cool, the blue and the red. I believe this is one that I don't remember where he raced it. Was it Martinsville he raced it? I know he had a Busch car at Martinsville. I remember when he spun around the opposite way after the finish line when they all crashed. But I don't really remember. Was this the one he had there, or was it at another different track that he had Busch non-alcoholic? Either way, that's why I'm running it now. I know it's a playoff one, but we made the playoffs, so I get to run playoff cars now. That's what I'm gonna say.
That was a great lap.
I made the playoffs, so I get to drive the playoff car. That's my rule. Okay, so there's fuel for 7 laps. So I assume that the stage is going to be 5 or 6 laps. So in theory, we should be able to race
Check your belts. We're going to the green.
this whole
Stay
stage.
sharp. The green's coming. Outside, still there.
It is 6 laps of stage number 2.
All clear, driver.
What is the car? Oh, that's a 4. I was like, what does it say? Alright, here we go. Down the back straightaway for 6 laps here. 6 laps of this track, and then we're on to the next one. The next stage. The final stage should have about 9 laps in it. Because I said there was 16 laps to go. We take out 6 laps, we push it down to about 10, then you take out another caution lap or 2 out. So it should be about 8 or 9 for the final little run here. Gonna block Kyle Busch here, make sure he doesn't get by me. We only need 9 more playoff points to have 100 playoff points. Something that we achieved yesterday in the Xfinity Series. And I feel like this week for this series has been really good. We've had some great runs in the Xfinity Series. I think we won every race that we did in that, and in the trucks we won one of the 2 races that we did. We should have won both, but I did crash and couldn't recover from it in time. So I feel like we've had a good week for the final week of 2017 here, playing this, and I'm ready. I'm ready to get 4 more wins and be like, yo, we're good at this game. You know, I think that playing NASCAR on the channel this year really has been fun. As our first full year playing NASCAR games on the channel. I mean, we've had NASCAR videos go up, 3 NASCAR videos, minimum, every week this year. Because we used to do 3 a week for the NASCAR Heat Evolution, so it would take about a month to get through that series. Because we still had 17 episodes for the Cup Series, because it was only the Cup Series, though.
Really good lap. Stay in this rhythm.
So, I mean, we did a lot of NASCAR videos all year. And then NASCAR Heat 2 came out, and I changed the schedule up a little bit. Once I changed it, we had 5 videos a week. And it's kind of crazy to do that many a week, but it's fun still. Sometimes it's, I don't know how to explain it. Fun, but I'm kind of like, God, I gotta keep doing this. Because, like, the first day, okay, doing the Xfinity Series is basically a shorter version of the Cup Series. And the Truck Series is sort of like its own thing. But I record those videos, so I do 6 races in a day. But it only takes about 30 minutes to do each of those. But for this here, for the Cup Series, because the races,
You're almost out of gas.
it's 15, not 15, it's 13% of the regular races. So it's 13% of the longer races. So doing a 13% Xfinity Series race is almost like doing the 7% Cup races that we used to do in NASCAR Heat Evolution. And if you guys are wondering, or if you guys don't remember why I said we have to do 13%, is because 13% is the least amount of laps you can do to have stages.
10 to go. Keep it up.
So if we do stages, which I want to do because that's part of NASCAR, is the stages now. Plus, I feel like the stages make it a little bit more fun. Then we got to do 13%. So that's why we're here at 13% instead of 7, because that's what I would do. No part of me says 13% race is fun, because I'd rather do 7. 7 is shorter, and we get a shorter video, because I don't necessarily like putting up super long videos. I don't think I doesn't want to sit down and watch a 35-minute video.
Inside, he's on your bumper.
Especially from a channel that's maybe not as big, because bigger channels I feel like the people will stay watching them a little bit longer, but you know, smaller channels maybe you're like, okay, I'm gonna support this channel a little bit, but I don't know. It's just how I feels about it. None of their series I'll watch that are like long episodes, because I watch it almost like TV. So you know, I watch more YouTube than I watch TV.
Clear.
It's more interesting. The people are more like interesting. So here we go. We're gonna try to get by Jimmy Johnson here. So basically, what just happened there was I pushed Casey Kane, who couldn't get by Jimmy Johnson on the bottom side, on the high side, because the bottom's too good around that bit.
Clear up top.
So a lot of things just went down there really, really quick. Now, one of these turns is based on Indy. Is it turn 3? I feel like turn 3 might be based on Indy. If it is, that's the one you gotta watch bumping people into the corner of.
Hold a steady wheel. Clear quick.
Indy, that's where they'll go around.
Inside, still there.
Oh my god.
Caution's out. Back her down.
That just killed my car. Holy shit. I hit Casey Kane. I didn't expect him to spin back at the track. Well, I mean, I could kind of see he was going to, but I tried as hard as I could to get by him. What's damage? Okay, it's just normal damage that I get from hitting the wall or bouncing off of cars, so it's not super big damage, which is okay with me. That I feel a lot better now about
Still a car out there. All clear.
the damages that my car has, because it seemed like it was really bad. Plus, my car didn't really want to start moving after I hit the wall, and I'm like, oh shit. Did I like mechanically break something? But you can't, because, and I guess I can break my radiator, but I guess I can't break it.
Caution's out. Back her
It
down.
only kind of breaks, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense, but it should, because I have I don't have full damage on it, because that's like you can blow your engine and break everything in your car. You can damage the radiator, but you can't. That's the only damages that they really have. Okay, Case Kane, cool, slut.
Still a car out there. Clear.
Try to cut down on him, and he just trying to go up out. So I'm like, okay, we now going to wreck.
Inside. Good drive off here. Clear.
Oh my god.
Yellow, 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 yellow.
I'm never gonna get through this turn. I have to enter the turn as the leader. If I can enter the turn as the leader, we're not gonna have a problem. But if I can enter the turn in second place,
Stay sharp.
we're gonna have a problem.
Still there. He's outside. Need 2 more fast ones, driver. 2 go. Outside. Still there. Green flag. Go, 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 go.
I'm just not getting the boost that I need.
Clear quick.
Here we go, through the turn. I have the lead this time. So that means that nobody should get punted off into this corner at very, very high speeds and go slamming into the wall like Jimmy Johnson and Joe Logano did the last 2 times. That also means I don't have to brake to avoid crashing into them, so I won't get hit into by Casey Kane from behind, which doesn't send everybody else in the field spinning. Kyle Busch is looking. Final lap here at Pocono. I didn't really look at stats entering today. Wins that I need to get or something, but this should definitely boost this season towards the best season. I'm pretty sure I had 16 wins total last season. I think we're at 13 right now. I think that if we win this, this should be tied for the most in the regular season. So I'm pretty sure we won 2 or actually we might have won 17 races in 14 regular season. Because the playoffs we won 3 races in. Talladega, Martinsville, and Homestead.
We'll see a victory lane.
We'll find out though. So we'll see you guys at the next track. I don't even know which one it is. I was going to say we'll see you guys in the next track. I'm not sure what track it is. Alright guys, so we qualified first at Watkins Glen. And it is time to get ourselves win number 15 on the season. This would set season 2 as the best season ever. The win here. And also a win here would give us over 100 playoff points. Now, if we don't get a win, I'm not too concerned. We have a couple more tracks that I'm good at still to come. Bristol and Richmond. We also can try to win at Darlington. Is Michigan still a track we gotta race that? I'm not even sure, maybe. So there's still a couple tracks that we can win at that we haven't gone to. So my concern level for this to be the best season ever is at like 0, because we're at one of my best tracks right now, and we have one of my best tracks coming up in the next episode, which is Bristol. So if we don't win one of those 2 races, I've quit. I quit. I'm done playing forever. Like, I will officially just be done. I will no longer be playing this game. Okay, so this season I know has been better than the first one, so just a matter of getting that next win to prove it. And the thing was that last season I thought was pretty bad. Okay, for the Cup Series, but it was actually the greatest season we ever had for any Cup Series on the channel, okay? We won 17 races. That's better than any NASCAR Heat Evolution series that we ever did, because that only had 16. And it is up there for the second best NASCAR series we ever had on the channel, behind season 1 of the Xfinity Series with 23 wins. That series was crazy. We got 23 wins. I don't think we're going to be able to top that one this season with our Xfinity. Actually, I say that, but I did the math, and if I win out in the Xfinity Series that I'm doing now, it will be the best season. So maybe there's a chance, but
Alright, it's 10 to go.
not sure. I would like to get 24 wins in this series. That'd be really cool. Alright, now we're at 14, so we need to win 10 more. With 15 races to go, we can still do it. It's just kind of difficult. We have 3 tracks we haven't won at yet to come. Kansas, Dover, and Chicagoland. Now, I've been able to win at 2 of those before in the Cup Series in Nascar Evolution, so I'm not really like worried about it. I just haven't been able to seal the deal in this game yet at Chicagoland and Kansas. And I've never won Dover in the Cup Series on this channel before. And hopefully in a couple videos from now we'll be able to end that and win there finally. Dover's been one of those tracks that something has gone wrong every single time we go there. I told you at the beginning of the season, when we first raced Dover, that something's going to go wrong in that race, and it sure did. Caution did not come out after I pit, and somehow one car was able to stay out. That was from way back in the field and managed to win the race. Now, if there was a couple more laps, I'd been able to chase him down, but I didn't have time. So, I had the rest of the field beat by like 5 seconds, 6 seconds. But one car happened to stay out and we didn't get the win. So, something always seems to happen. I blew a tire the first race last season. That was before strict cautions were on, so I was spinning out for like 3 laps, trying to get back on the track. And then in the playoffs, things just fell apart for us in the first round. We managed to recover because we had so many playoff points, but that whole first round was really bad for us. So that was just part of the equation. That's also why we didn't win Chicagoland. I feel like we had a bad thing happening there in the playoffs to us in the first round. But right now we are on our way to win number 15 on the season. All we gotta do is cap it off right here, and we can do something crazy. We can actually beat season 1 for every record by winning 2 races
Almost ready.
this week.
Okay, be smart out there. We're going green.
That are left. We already won 1. We have to win 3 races total this week, because this year will be wait, I was thinking 16, because I'm like, we're 14. So we win, so we have 15. So if we can actually win it, we can tie it. I think, because it will be a 15. Yeah. So we can go into next week of this series tied with season 1. If we can win out, we gotta win Watkins Glen, Bristol, and I feel like it is Michigan. I'm not sure, but I feel like it's Michigan. It may be Michigan. But we'll find out in the next episode. So right now we are on lap 11 of 17. And I feel like we're doing good. I feel like we're doing pretty good. We should be able to make it, and yeah. So up the hill, here we go. And I'm pretty excited to continue this series. I really don't want to talk about anymore. I'm just like rambling on. But I'm excited to continue this series, see where we can take mostly season 3 in 2018. I'm not really like worried about where we're going to bring season 2. I already know that one's almost done. Basically, the playoffs are the start of 2018, and then we start a new season. In about the second or third week, we start a new season. Because next week the playoffs begin for most series. Actually, it doesn't begin for the trucks, but I believe it begins for the Xfinity Series and maybe the Cup Series.
5 more times, finish strong.
I think it actually should start for the Cup Series next week as well. Yeah, it should be the Cup Series. Because the ending's weird. Because the Cup Series happens over 2 weeks, the Xfinity Series happens over 2 weeks, and the trucks over 1 week. So we should have 3 weeks left then? Because we will have the 2018. That's what I was going to say. 2018 should start with the Xfinity and Cup Series playoffs first round. The round of 12, round of 16. And the next week, so then it's just a regular truck week. And then the trucks have another week of regular races. Meanwhile, we do round of 12, round of 8 for the Cup Series. And then we do round of 8 and Championship 4 for Xfinity. And the next week we do truck round of 8, round of 6, Championship 4, and the Cup Series Championship 4. It's already written out in my book, I just don't have it in front of me, so I can't like reference it, but that's how it goes. So, because it's kind of weird because the Xfinity Series only has 16 episodes, but it's 16 episodes 2 times a week, and the Cup Series has 17 episodes 2 times a week. So we have that 1 week where there's 1 Cup Series race, and then there's no Xfinity races, and then there's 3 truck videos, just because if I do 11 videos, right, for 2 times a week, and then we do 16 and 17 videos 2 times a week, you're gonna have the truck series would have been already ended, or like it would have been right at the end now, and we would have been like, because let's see, because that would only be 7 weeks. Because it's, yeah, because you have 11, because you do 12, right? Half of 12 is 6, but then there's that one, actually there's one less, so it would be 6 weeks. Because it's 11 and it's not 13. So yeah, you have 1 less week. So, there would only be like 6 weeks of that, instead of being, however many weeks there are of this.
Almost
There's
ready.
17 divided by 2.
Okay, be smart out there. We're going green. Green flag. Go, 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 go. Almost there. 2 left.
Wouldn't it be 18 divided by 2? So wouldn't that be 9 then? 9 9's 18. And since we do 17 videos, but one's by itself, I don't know. There's like, 9-10 weeks of this series. So you would have a couple weeks of the truck series. Basically what I'm trying to say. And I don't want to like start season 3 of the trucks and be like, hey guys, it's season 3, episode 5 of the trucks, and then we're on like season 2, episode 14 of the Cup Series. It doesn't really make any sense. And then it's just like, what is happening? Also, Fiesta decided she wants to sit here with me, so now she's like on my arm. This is very interesting, because she started out like this in the video, but she moved. And she's back here. It's been like 30 minutes. She went over and slept on the side of the couch, and now she's back. Side of the couch. She went and slept on that side of the couch, but I should have said next to me. Over here on the right
Just
side.
one more good lap. This is it. You're almost out of gas.
Okay, so we got estimated fuel for 1 lap.
Bring her in. You're low on gas.
Okay, so we're gonna run out real soon here. Try to power it up as much as we can. Much speed down the back here. Because we have a little bit of time from when it goes down to 0 to when it actually runs out. So we should be good now. We're fine. If it runs out, if it goes to 0 right now, we're safe.
Bring her in. You're low on gas.
Actually didn't. Holy shit. I mean, I did really on the bus stop slow, way down where this we kind of just rolled through there. So with that, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll see you guys in the next one.